What's going on, everybody? So today we got the 2005 Yamaha wr450f. Going to be doing an oil change. First, I'm going to show you what we're going to need for this job right here. We're going to need an 8mm wrench, 12mm socket, ratchet, torque wrench, 2 quarts of oil. This bike just takes a little over a quart. Oil filter, going to do that as well. Got your service manual. This bike only takes 1.1 liters with the oil filter replacement, which is what we're going to be doing today. I'm doing 5-hour intervals. Right now it's at 70.3. Last oil change was September 27, 2020. 65 hours. I'm doing it every 5 hours. There was at one point in the beginning where I was doing it every 10 hours, and I thought that was just a little too much. So, yeah, on to the skid plate removal. And I forgot to mention on my skid plate, this bolt right here is a 10mm, and the one on the bottom right here is an 8mm. All right, so I'll pop those off really quick. So before I start it up and get the oil all warm, I'm going to show you the 4 main drain areas for the oil. I'm going to show you the order in which I remove the bolts. First one is this bolt right here in the frame. Second bolt that I take out is on the crankcase right on the bottom. And then the third bolt is right here on the side of the crankcase, right underneath the neutral switch. It's with that little copper washer. That's what that 8mm wrench is for. And then the 4th drain area is, of course, the oil filter. That's where you get your extra 100mm of oil, milliliters. Those 3 bolts right there, we'll pop that out. I'll show you step by step. Let's start it up. Nice and warm. Let's go ahead and drain that first frame bolt up at the top. All right, this is the second drain bolt right here, 12mm. This is your third drain bolt right here. 8mm socket. All right, and I also forgot to mention that you're gonna need a 5mm Allen for the oil filter cap bolts. So I'll swap this 12 out. These bolts right here, 7.2 foot-pounds. Next, we got the frame drain bolt, which gets 17 foot-pounds. All right, and this crankcase rear bolt right here, 14 foot-pounds. But I'll show you how I do it by hand. I get this small 8mm wrench, so I get little leverage. Make it nice and snug, not too much, not too little. That's good enough. Good to go. All right. So now we're gonna take the oil filler cap off. This is where you're gonna put the oil back in. 1.1 liters, because we did the oil filter. Yamaha put this oil filler cap in a nice spot, so let's try to raw dog it without a funnel here. All right, so that's 9.946 milliliters. So now what I'm gonna do is fill this up to 150. 950 plus 150 equals 1100. So that's what we're gonna do. Just filled this cord up to about 150. So let's go ahead and dump the rest of that oil in, so this way we can get it up to 1100. Last thing you want to do is run these with little oil. So here's your dipstick on the 05 wr450f. It's located on the top left of the frame, right there. So to check the oil level, basically what we're gonna do is start the engine, idle it for 3 minutes, and then we're gonna check it. You want the oil to be between that lower line and the upper line, right in the middle, right where that dot is. Right there is the sweet spot. All right, let's start it up and check it. Put it back in, we'll start it up. All right, so we'll wait 3 minutes, shut it, and then we'll check it. All right, so we are wet right there, right past the dot. Double check it again, so let's dry it off. Make sure it's level. Stick it in, don't thread it in, and then stick it right out. Here we go again. Tough focusing, but anyways, it's right past that dot, right near that upper line, but not past it. So we'll put it back in, put that skid plate on, and we're ready to rip.